Hey there guys, Tom here. Welcome back to my movie channel and thank you very much for joining me for this, my review of the brand new film Bohemian Rhapsody starring Rami Malek. But before we get into today's review, if you have not subscribed to this channel yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that notifications bell so you never miss out on my take on all things movies. Okay, Bohemian Rhapsody was directed 90% of the way through by Bryan Singer and stars Rami Malek as Queen frontman Freddie Mercury and goes through the story of how the band Queen came together and Freddie Mercury's story. First of all, what I really liked about Bohemian Rhapsody was Rami Malek. Rami Malek really makes you believe he's Freddie Mercury. You don't think of him as Rami Malek, you don't think of him as whoever he played in Mr. Robot, which I haven't seen, but you just think of him as Freddie Mercury, and he did a sensational job as this character. They were initially looking to cast Borat and Bruno star Sacha Baron Cohen as Freddie Mercury, and I thought that was going to be a great choice. He dropped out of the project, I think, over the creative differences. Honestly, now Rami Malek is one of my picks, one of my top picks to win a Best Lead Actor nomination. I think he's going to get a Best Lead Actor nomination, if not win that Oscar at the Academy Awards. The scenes of the band coming together and the way they all meet is one of the film's greatest strengths to me. Especially seeing them in the recording booth coming up with some of their greatest hits. The shots and scenes of them coming up with Bohemian Rhapsody is some of the best scenes in the entire movie. Some of the funniest scenes, actually. This film has got a lot of humor induced into it, and it makes for a really entertaining movie and some really entertaining sequences. One thing I was afraid of going into Bohemian Rhapsody was that they wouldn't really touch on Freddie Mercury's sexuality and his illness, but they do touch on it and they do explore it. Not as much as I think some people were hoping. I've seen some complaints from other people who have also seen the movie that, you know, it didn't touch on it enough, it didn't explore it deep enough. And it just really depends on what you were going into this movie looking for. I was going into this movie looking for an entertaining film about the band Queen and about Freddie Mercury, and that's what I got. I personally got out of this film what I wanted to get out of it, and I did feel like they touched on those things enough, and the movie has enough heart and enough depth to it to keep it fresh and entertaining. And I don't feel like this movie is paint by numbers like some people are saying that it is, and that's partially due to the cinematography of this film. You know, the shots are beautifully composed. There are some great looking sequences in this film, and I think the greatest sequence in this movie is the performance at Live Aid. For those of you who don't know, Live Aid was the performance that Queen did. It's one of the most famous concerts in history. And that sequence is worth the ticket price alone. That scene makes you just... it just gives you so many feels. It just gave me so many emotions. I felt so many things. The girl sitting next to me at the movie was crying watching that sequence. And again, that's another scene where Freddie Mercury, see what I mean? Rami Malek makes you believe so much that he's Freddie Mercury. It's another scene. It's the scene really that makes him shine as Freddie Mercury. So obviously, overall, I really did enjoy this movie, but there is a little nitpick I have with this film. You know, some people have major gripes with Bohemian Rhapsody. I think overall this film is actually pretty damn decent and pretty damn good. The one little nitpick I have of Bohemian Rhapsody is that it does jump through different years of Freddie Mercury's life, which is fine, and it's what you expect, and it's what you'd want. You'd want to see the different periods that Freddie and the band went through. However, I feel like with editing this film and with doing that, it can make the film feel a little disjointed at times. And while they do have the tech shop, like, you know, 1985 or 1970 or whatever the year is at the bottom of the screen, you do find yourself losing where we are in the passage of time in this film. So that's a little negative that I have with the movie, but overall, I really, really enjoyed Bohemian Rhapsody. I enjoyed watching Rami Malek as Freddie Mercury. I keep going to call him Freddie Mercury because he just makes you believe that he is that guy. So that is my review of Bohemian Rhapsody, guys. Thank you very much for watching this review. If you enjoyed it, once again, hit that subscribe button and ring that notifications bell so that you never miss out on my take on all things movies. My name is Tom, and I will see you guys next time.